Hello, everybody! How we doing? What's up? What's going on? Blank screen is now what's going on, but not anymore. Here's my face. How are you doing? You wonderfully lovely people who are noticing my really scuzzy facial hair. Because I haven't shaved it all this week. I got back from a wedding, and I just have really, this was last weekend, been totally behind the eight ball getting on everything. But today we're going to do another cast, a StarCast. Cast of a StarCraft game, which is the name of the show. But I want to show you guys something really cool first. I just found out. I don't know if anyone is a fan of Doctor Who. But check this out. Not that. This. If you Google into Google Maps, police telephone box. Okay, not there. I had this. Here it is. I guess it only works sometimes. You get to a little place somewhere in London, and then you click it. The street view. Boom! You're inside the TARDIS. Oh, that is freaking awesome. Now I'm going to show you like the screen and my face. Like, whoa! That's pretty sweet. Alright. Enough of that, and if you're not a Doctor Who fan, I just wasted like a minute and a half of your time. But you should go watch that show because it's amazing. It's like the best show on television, and you can get like almost all of it on Netflix, except the latest season. Definitely go watch it. This is the new one. I haven't watched the really old stuff, but go watch it. It's a good idea. But we're going to get to casting a game. This is posted on StarCasts, as is the usual, and I'm going to load it up right now. Boom, this is a Masters, it is a PvT, and it is on Newkirk Precinct, a map that is famous for one thing. And that one thing is cheese. Why? It's a small map, it's easy. Something like that. We'll discuss that a little more further later, but let's, for now, focus on the game that is not even yet started. And we're getting into the bottom of this game, bottom top, and I'm going to turn the sound up just ever so slightly. I think 16% ought to do. Okay, spawning in the bottom right hand corner, it is our red Protoss, it is Arnovic. That's a pretty cool creative name too. I like that. And spawning to the bottom right hand corner on Newkirk Precinct, it is sequels Kvassten. I really hope I pronounced that right. Both players starting out fairly typical at the moment. We don't see any oddities in the works, no cheese of any sort that I can quite tell. One probe is going to pop out and build a pylon for Arnovic. Meanwhile, the first of the Marines is heading out to build up his supply depot for the inevitable Terran wall-off. Both players taking it. It's hard to tell what is really going on at the very, very early stages of any given game. The strategies, of course, become a bit more apparent as we go along, and Arnovic is going to start chrono boosting his own Nexus, getting his probe count higher and higher, just a little bit faster than his opponent is able to do the same, not spending that chrono boost energy on anything else, and we see one SCV just kind of hanging out, chilling. There he goes. Builds himself up a barracks. Kvassten starting his first offensive structure of the game. Meanwhile, Arnovic is scouting out on the map. He is going to go and head straight over into his opponent's base. Meanwhile, back at that said base, a refinery is going down for Kvassten, indicating probably some type of early mech play, Reaper harassment, just given the timing of this. We're only 2 minutes, 15 seconds in. If he puts all three into his gas, yeah, he is. It's going to be a Reaper opening. Bit of harassment. We'll see how dedicated he gets to this, and of course Arnovic won't be able to scout this just yet. He is in fact nearly done with this gateway though, so he should be able to defend. Unfortunately, if he doesn't build a stalker first, after his immediate chrono boost, or if he does not get a cybernetics core and then starts building a stalker first, he's going to have a bit of trouble dealing with this. Here comes the first Reaper, as we see instant upgrade into that orbital command. Planetary orbital. There we go. Cybercore is now coming down. Gateway is not pumping out any zealots at this time, so we are likely going to be able to defend this Reaper pretty easily. Pro better get out of there, though, otherwise he is going to be in a bit of trouble. It looks like he is seeing, wait, there's no expansion here. Okay, what's going on? I'm just going to run around in a circle until things start happening. Meanwhile, Arnovic, wow, tongue-tied on this one, is going to start producing one Zealot, hopefully very soon. SCV now in the base, scouting it out, seeing what's going on. 3 workers on gas, and of course we have a Gateway and a Cyber Core. The expansion just going down right now. More scouting going on for Arnovic, trying to see if there's any sort of trickery, additional bases, a 3rd base right there where it really shouldn't be. Maybe, but a Mothership Core is going to come out instead. Aha, so there we go. Reaper is going to scout around the map, not see a whole lot, not doing heavy harassment, not incredibly dedicated to that, but this Mothership Core is going to be able to turn away any Reaper aggression that comes that way, even if more were to be followed up. A couple of Marines now being pumped out instead. And an Engi Bay is coming down, so we're probably going to see committed bioplay out of our Terran. The Reaper is now in the base, scouting out what's going on, sees the second gas coming in, tries to pick off a probe, might just get it before he gets shot down by the Mushroom Core. He does get it, 1 kill down, and that Reaper has so far been reasonably useful there. Mothership Core is, of course, going to scare him away, and the Stalker will also scare him away. So for the time being, Reaper has to get out of town, go on back home. And meanwhile, back at the Terran base, the wall off of supply depots is finished. Only 1 gas still out on the field, so likely we are going to see a transition into bioplay, possibly biomine if a factory comes down anytime soon. But the bunker is now going up. Nothing but bio out on the field, only 1 barracks out. Second command center nearly finished. And the second Nexus is also done. Worker count still relatively even for both players, I want to say. 23 to 25. Arnovic has a slight lead, favoring just a little bit, not building a lot of offensive units because of that Mothership Core. Able to deny early aggression so effectively, even though that Reaper is doing its damnedest to get in there. But it's going to get shot down unless he gets out. And he will. Ballsy move by that Reaper, but he is very, very close to dead. Forge now finishes up. The Gateway is nearly done. I'm going to guess right now from this formation of all these buildings and what's going on, and the level that any of these players are at with these 2 forges going down, and the +1/+1, we're going to see most likely a 4-gate. Here comes one of those said gateways. +1 attack is now going on for the Terran player. 2 more barracks. Another barracks down and a factory now in production. Well, because of how late this is, I don't know TVP quite as well, but because of how late this is, and now that we see a second refinery out on the field, this might be more tank play. Mines be damned. We're going to probably see some tanks. And the Reaper's going to come in, see what's going on, sees 2 more gateways, doesn't see if there's possibly a factory or a robo bay instead, but finally that Reaper does go down without taking any more probes with it. The unit's lost, only 3 workers killed, but reasonably the Reaper's paid for itself in scouting and mining delay. Meanwhile, the Gateway Warp Gate research has just finished up. +1 is halfway done, and Stim is just starting. And we're going to see in production more Marines, a starport, a few other things. And interesting, now we're going to go ahead and see a Twilight Council coming down. So out of this, there's only 3 gateways. 2 more gases coming in. I don't see a robo. Alright, this is starting to look like, well, not really sure. Hallucinated Phoenix coming in to scout out what is out on the field. The swap does go down, so it looks like it's going to be Marines and Medevacs right off the bat. That factory doesn't really do a whole lot, but a lot of Medevacs will sure to be coming with this extra gas income that is now out on the field for our Terran player. Not too much gas income, I suppose. Protoss needs quite a bit more of it. Looks like we're going to see Charge, so Zealot Charge coming in, but what is the long-term game plan for our Protoss player? Do not yet know. Charge only coming out. Yes, here it is. 2 more gateways. Now we're going up to 5 gates. Looking like he might be pushing out for a 10-minute timing, but here comes Kvassten with his Marines and 1 Marauder for good measure. +1 attack is finished up. Stim nearly done. We're going to see +2 coming out of this forge right now. +2/+2 actually, but not a lot of units out on the field. This is not going to look good. This timing is going to hit just before Arnovic is going to have a whole lot of units. He only has 3 gateways. These other 2 are not yet done. Warping in a couple more Zealots to defend. But the Medevacs are coming in. And this could be very bad for our Protoss player unless he gets down some absolutely money force fields, which he just might. But if he doesn't, he's going to need to be able to push this back right away. Or he's going to be able to push this back in a hurry. Here comes the push, maybe a little bit delayed, just in time for these warp gates to come out. And of course, push back just a little bit. Planetary Nexus goes down. And we're going to see the insta-stim coming in right now. What are they focusing on? They're not really focus firing too heavily on anything. Although a lot of the units do go down, the Mothership Core is going to have to get out of dodge, completely ignoring the Planetary Nexus right now. A lot of Marines being lost, big, heavy damage being sustained by both the players. And the probes come off the line to try and deny this Nexus snipe. Will they get there in time? It looks like no, the Nexus is going to go down. No, it's not, just barely survives with 8 HP. Oh my goodness. And Kvassten is just as shocked. Holy wow, 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 wowdy wow, wow. And what are the units lost for that one? My goodness, 22 killed for our Protoss player. That attack just barely did not work out as well as it could have. But that Nexus is so low right now. And we're going to see Insta-Archons coming out. While that was all happening, while I wasn't paying attention whatsoever, +2/+2 is just about to finish up. More gateways are in production. And of course, we have a Templar Archives out on the field. So, what's going on for our Terran player? What's his next move? He's getting up a couple more medevacs. He is now building out some Vikings for what he presumes to be, I suppose, Colossus, but we see no sign of that over on this side of the field. Just a lot more warp gates, pure gateway tech, and some Archons, some things like that. A couple more medevacs coming out on the field, but not a lot of anti-air to deal with this. Just the one Archon. A lot of Zealots will be able to deal with drop pressure, but this Nexus will get sniped very, very easily. He's going to have to get some money storms to stop this from happening. Third base now coming down for Kvassten. And here comes the drop right on the gateways. Actually, a Planetary Nexus is put down over there, but these guys are going to be able to get out just in time, stopping this gateway production and being able to just get the hell out of town. But this is still an incredibly low Nexus, even though its shields are regenerating 8 HP. Holy hell. We see now in production +2/+2 for the Terran player, who is adding on a lot more barracks, committing heavily to bioplay. And he's going to start moving out. A couple of Vikings for good measure, but they really won't be able to do much. I don't think he's really scouted a whole lot, to be honest, at this time. He doesn't see... Oh, I don't know. Is he getting Colossus? I have no clue. He hasn't been able to scout this for some time, and that's contributing to his indecisive lack of really too much heavy bio here, and a lot of SCVs being pulled off line along with mules to try to absorb some of this hits. But the attack, this timing hit just before the bunkers were up, and now Arnovic is going to be able to do a lot of damage. Tons of damage, in fact. Doesn't even have the cancel on those. He's going to keep warping in units from this pylon. Oh, forces the liftoff. This orbital could go down with just the anti-air. There it goes. And now the tables are very much turned in favor of Arnovic, our favorite Protoss right here. And here comes the Chargelets, taking out a lot of these SCVs. The worker count is just starting to plummet. 22 workers killed, 20 for the Protoss. And the units killed count keeps climbing higher and higher, and now this could be all over if this is not met with a suitable defense. But there's not that much bang for the Terran. He's got 400, 500 minerals, but he can't produce a whole lot, and he's trying, but he does not have nearly enough time. These Archons just do a stupid amount of damage. And with these force fields, with the Guardian Shield, with his income just absolutely plummeting right now, what can be done? Well, I'll tell you what can be done. So close, GG, and Kvassten leaves the game. Yes, indeed, if it weren't for this, this would have been just an absolutely crucial snipe. Would have taken out so much. And did I actually miss the Nexus going down? I think I might have. That would explain why the Protoss did not have a whole lot of HP left there. Did I? I should rewind that. Just a little bit. I might have actually missed that. Did I actually miss that? I think I might have missed that. Let's fast forward. Warp speed into this engagement. Here it comes, and... not quite dead. But, yeah. When did this get sniped? Gotta look at that. I know you're probably just hanging around because you want to see whatever it is I'm going to say next, but yeah, how did I miss this? I am really unsure how I missed that. So I'm keeping an eye on that right now. Here comes the drop. Here comes the planetary. Here they lift off. Here they lift off again. Yep, here they come, here they come. Here they don't come. And they come. And yeah, okay, that was happening while this engagement was going on. And the Nexus goes down. That's why the income was so low. But this was an all-in. And it did get all-in and won. And fun times. And even though the Nexus got taken out, holy crap, it didn't get taken out. Wow. Very pro probes. But there it was. And there was the end of the game. So, that was it. Hope you enjoyed the cast. This was StarCast number, God, is it like 20 already? I don't even know. Well, it was short and sweet. That was the title. Hope you enjoyed it. Arnovic, Kvassten, GG. Well played. And because of that, you get a mash from this button. Till next time, I am Pyrotechnix, and this was StarCasts.